So hi, hello and welcome again. Microbehunter here. I'm Oliver. Look, I brought something really beautiful today. This is rotten apple juice. If I can open it. Here, look at this. Here it is. This looks beautiful. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I got this today from a colleague of mine um, in school, and he said, look, I brought this along. I forgot some apple juice here, and maybe you want to put it under the microscope. There's some strange strings in here. Those strange strings look a little bit like fungi, probably, and maybe there are also plenty of bacteria in here. When you smell it, it doesn't smell like alcohol so much, so there does not seem to be a lot of alcoholic fermentation going on, right? Not surprising, because of course normally alcoholic fermentation occurs in the absence of oxygen. There's plenty of oxygen here. It looks pretty cool, pretty disgusting. All right, yeah. So I'd like to put it under the microscope. Of course, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to find. I guess fungi. I guess a lot of bacteria. I have really no idea. I think we're just gonna get started. Because I expect the cells to be fairly small, I really want to limit their movement. So I'm going to take only a very small amount here. And of course, this is here you see it better. This is a disposable pipette tip, so I'm going to throw it away so I don't have to rinse it, because you see, I don't want to get in contact with bacteria. This is a wild growth of bacteria in here. You have no idea what is in here, right? So you always have to be a little bit careful. But let me take a very small sample directly from here. Okay. Nothing. I just realized there's nothing on here. Let me try again. Now I got something. Okay. So let's put a small drop on here, really a small one. Okay, and the rest I'm just going to put back, and I'm going to throw it away because it's kind of yuck, full of bacteria and fungi possibly. So into my trash can. And now the cover glass. I just see the cover glass. Look, it's I washed the cover glass, but it's still dirty, and especially when we're looking at bacteria or then you really want to make sure that then. So let's try to clean it off with a little bit of alcohol as well. Yeah, I'm recycling the cover glasses and the microscope slides, and for this reason, sometimes I'm not cleaning them properly, but I think it's better now. Yeah, so let's put it on here. Up. And I have a very thin film. It now goes under the microscope. Let's have a look, okay? And let's see if there is indeed something interesting on here. This is weird stuff. I have no idea. It looks like it's a weird matrix of something. Let's try to refocus. It's some dirt somewhere. Maybe those tiny dots that you see here are most certainly bacteria. So what I'm gonna do is not good, not easily visible. Contrast is fairly low. I was hoping to find some kind of fungi, but apparently the things that we were able to see were some kind of, I don't know. Sometimes when you have this sludge forming, it's some kind of a polysaccharide matrix or whatever. But I did not see any. I don't see any fungi in here. It doesn't mean that there are none in there, right? In the container there, or in the sample. It just basically means that I don't have any of those here now under the microscope. This is a pretty disappointing sample. Let's go and let's have a look here now using phase contrast. That's a great deal better. Okay. Those tiny dots that you see are bacteria. Would be kind of interesting. There's these bright things here. Sometimes those bright objects sometimes can be spores. Not so sure about that. So what I think I have to, I mean, those tiny dots that you see floating around in the background, many of them are, of course, bacteria. There's no question about this. But those strange structures that I see here, I don't know if this is some kind of a contaminant on the microscope slide. In any case, I had higher expectations of this sample, and you know what I'm going to do? what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do if you don't get that what you expect? You simply repeat the experiment. For example, I don't know if these weird things that are floating around here, what they are, and if they are basically on the slide or if they basically were in the sample. Okay, I think I'm going to try it again, and we're going to put another one under the microscope. So let me get a fresh slide. Yep, here we are again. Yeah, this one actually is a little bit richer in bacteria. The sample thickness is also much higher. Okay. And because I'm still not able... I mean, what are those white dots that you have in here? Could these be some kind of spores? I don't know. But in any case, the bacteria that I see in here, those tiny dots in the background, right? They are fairly small. They are fairly small. I mean, I've seen already way larger ones. But even here, it could be that maybe my pipette was not able to pick up, some of the larger material in here. So, yeah, but I think you get the idea. This is much better now. Yeah. So I'm going to actually increase the difficulty level for myself, and I'm now going to actually try to really collect some of this thick material here. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe with some tweezers, I don't know. Of course, I'm not able to catch it. Ah! Here we go. Ah, look at this. What is this? What is this? For heaven's sake. This is fascinating stuff. I mean, this looks clearly like some kind of a fungus, right? Look at this stuff here. You know what? I'm gonna take a second toothpick. Yeah, looks like, I don't know, has the consistency of somehow like cotton or something. Let's put the rest back. See, it won't even get off. Here we go. You know what? New slide. New slide, and we're now going to do a little bit of, let's zoom in here. Let's take it apart. Let's simply break it apart like this. That's all we need, and the rest here, I don't know. We're just gonna put back. It's sticking on the yeah, here we go. And we're just gonna take this here and we're gonna pick this here apart a little bit more. I would like to know what this here is. Okay, I think that's gonna be good enough. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna throw away the toothpicks again. I'm going to add a little bit more liquid. And cover glass goes again on top. Here we go. Yeah, yes. And it's a little bit out of focus, I just realize. Yeah, okay. So let's have a look at this. And if this, throw away the pipette tip and then, let's see how this looks like. So look at this. This is now at 4 times. And this is actually what I expected. Yeah, that's now clearly a fungus. So let's go up with the magnification. The hyphae, I was told, I always used to say hyphae, but that's a little bit German pronunciation. So these are the cells of a fungus, of a mold, and we can already see right away is a so-called septate fungus. This basically means that the individual cells are visible. Beautiful, beautiful. Ah, isn't this great? Very nice. Yeah. So where's the arrow? I'm going to quickly show you over here. Yeah. Look, these are the septae are those divisions between, here. It means you've got one cell, another cell, another cell. Look there, you can even see some cell organelles. I wonder if these are the nuclei or not. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, let's go up, not up, but let's add a little bit of color, just because it's so fun. Yeah. And of course, something that I also have to say, because I'm a biologist, of course, It's also something very typical. Fungi, that they are branched, so you can see that they kind of branch off. Yeah. And you know what I could do, or what we could do, but this takes so much time and patience. Sometimes you can actually see how they're growing, right? I might have to add a little bit, maybe more fresh apple juice, but if you're really patient, if you wait a really long time, maybe you're able to see them actually grow a little bit here. Right? Yeah, we'll have to see. But I think what I'm going to do, I think enough for today. We have now seen that, as expected, there are bacteria and fungi in this rotten, decomposed apple juice. Yeah, and who would have guessed that even decomposing apple juice is still, I think, kind of interesting to look at. Wish you all the best. Happy microbe hunting as always, and hope to see you in the next video again. Bye bye.